What made you choose a job at Mallee Physio in Swan Hill?
And Healthy Mates. Firstly, I'd probably say in a small town anyway, community. I think, being in a private practice, you feel very appreciated, very, I guess, needed, and people really, they value your service. I guess, rocking out to the physio, everyone seems pretty happy to, for us to help them. Especially in a small community too, you feel like you make your mark a little bit, I'd say.
Yeah. I think as well, like having the freedom to sort of do what you want. You're not constricted, like you've obviously got your guidelines and that sort of stuff, but you're sort of left to your own devices and how you want to treat, so it's not, you can treat people how you want, all that sort of stuff. And the community, and also like the sense like within the team and that sort of stuff as well. Like I think it's important to get along with who you work with, so you've got plenty of time with each other, so it's a good fun environment. It's not too strict and you're not working with people that you don't like, so it's it's good fun.
Definitely. And I think also to add on as well, especially in like a rural community, in terms of how broad our scope is here and the amount of clients that we do see. We're not just funneled into one variety or type of client. We service a lot of different people, so there's always something different walking through the door every day.
Like at the moment we've got a physio treating like a neuropeds patient, like we see neuro patients, muscle patients. I had a patient come in today that was getting involved with cancer treatment, all that sort of stuff. So I think the diversity of patients, you don't think it'll be like that. You think that you'll see like some sporting injuries and that's about it.
That's it.
But the diversity is definitely another reason that it is good.
But how is your transition, or how is our transition from student to physio?
Yeah, good. So I think what was good early on was it was a slow introduction. So we were only seeing 2, 3, 4 patients a day early on, which was really helpful. You can sort of get your feet, you learn all the processes with the bit of paperwork that you got to do, that sort of thing. But you get your feet in the early months and then slowly build up. As you go, and then obviously we're quite busy now, that sort of stuff in sports season and that sort of thing. But I think as well, just the stuff that you learn along the way, you pick up a heap of stuff that you learn a lot through uni, and then you come out and you learn just as much in the first few months.
As well, on what Dan was saying too, it also comes back here, I think at Mallee Physio, our work environment too. I think it's been a very supportive environment where we feel very comfortable to get help whenever we need. Someone's literally in the room next door that we can just knock on the door if there's ever anything that we're confused about, or where we have any questions about. So it definitely does come back to that nurturing environment where we feel comfortable.
I think as well,
talking to each other and everything.
With the PDs and that sort of stuff as well. Like you sit down as a group and go through stuff fortnightly, monthly, whatever it is, and talk through cases and patients and go through different tests and all that sort of stuff. I think that's important as a new grad. So it's a very welcoming, supportive environment.
All right, next question. What is a day in the life of us?
So I think like we touched on it before about like just different patients. So
no day is ever the same. In a good way.
So we normally start at 8:30, work through till 5, which is good. But you just see a variety of different patients. So your musculoskeletal, your acute injuries, so sporting sort of injuries. Then you go into all your overuse sort of sports stuff, work cover, TAC, DVAs, peds, old people, young people.
See everything.
Which is good, because sometimes you don't know what's walking through the door. Sometimes you have a bit of information and it's not what you think. So it keeps you on your toes, but in a good way, I think, because if you're seeing
a good challenge.
And I think the one thing I tried not to do as a new grad was funnel myself into a certain sort of patient or a certain condition, which I think's been good.
You have to be very, I think, open-minded and also like a little bit creative, I guess, in the way that you've got to be prepared for anything. And you can walk into it, have one client, you've got your mask hat on, it's acute sporting injury, and then the next one you're treating, someone post-stroke, through NDIS or something. So always having an open mind and never funneling yourself in too quickly, too soon, I think. Especially as a new grad, I think, we're all here to play the field and see what we like, and from there we can definitely sort of choose what we like. But it's always a good day though. Always a good day here.
Yep.
All right, last question is why would we recommend Melly Physio to a new grad and Healthy Mates? It's a team.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we're sort of advertising a role that I'm sort of completing at the moment, so half and half, and then Ebony's obviously full-time up at Melly Physio. In terms of why you do it, it's good. I enjoy the fact that you work between two different clinics. I think it's been very beneficial to me to work with one group of people in Bendigo, but also another group of people in Swan Hill. You learn as you go. A lot of different physios will do things slightly differently. So I think seeing different people work at different clinics with different patients is important.
Yeah.
As well as Ed mentioned before, like the community feel. You normally know someone who knows someone, and I think that's always a good thing for me anyway. Yeah.
And that's the thing, being in a small town, then back to Swan Hill, you know everyone, and it's mostly for a good reason. But yeah, I think, and it's, recommending, I guess, this job to anyone is, we're part of a growing team in terms of we've got our Swan Hill practice, our Kerrang practice, our Bendigo, we've got our high performance stuff that's coming up, which is also really exciting. So it's just, we're, I guess, always expanding, always learning, always taking on new things, new people, new clients. And, I think a lot of it comes down to what we've said a lot in terms of work environment, and just we have a really, really good staff group here. I think that, we all get along really well, and we're just have fun at work. That's the main thing. We have fun.
Yep.
And if we're not having fun, we're not doing our jobs properly.
Yeah.
So.
And I'm not sure if we're supposed to say it, but if we weren't having fun, we wouldn't be here.
No.
You can be a physio in a lot of different places, but I think if you're not liking turning up to work because you're not enjoying your workmates and that sort of stuff, I think it'd be a long day treating people and then hanging out with people that you don't necessarily like. So I think that's a big reason why it's enjoyable. You get up in the morning and you're not actually stressed about going to work.
And talking about stress, I guess with work too, there's no pressure in terms of, I know this is getting into specifics, but like meeting KPIs or anything like that. I think what's really been nurtured here is if you enjoy what you do, you'll be good at it, and if you're good at it, people will come back, and you won't even need to worry about KPIs and hitting targets or anything, because you like going to work and you like being around the people you're with. Yeah,
no, definitely.
So I guess anyone who's interested, you know who to call. 5032 5888.
Very good. Very good.
Thank you. I think that's a wrap.
Cut.